This is my absolute latest dumpster found, or find is the more correct term. This is a display of sorts, it seems. We stand here that this is a model CTM 1160 11.6 inch touch monitor with a 1366 by 7668 resolution, and it also has a port USB for touch and HDMI plus DC. Black plastic case housing made in China, and this is manufactured 2024 0522. So this is almost brand new, and you do have some buttons here. You have a HDMI and you have a analog VGA, and you have the USB. This is a host actually, and you have a power DC jack. It seems like there is some cutout here for a speaker, and it has suffered some damage going into the dumpster. And the most serious is this scratch here, but it's probably possible to polish most of this away, but this is very glossy plastic, and it doesn't seem to have any other visible cracks or other stuff. And it also have a 75mm ISO fastening in the back. And the question is, does this work? I don't know, but I do have to do some research. I need to know what power this is going to take. There is no markings of that on the back. It does not seem to be tried to pry open or opened of, it looks totally out of the box if I've seen it from the back. And had it not been for these scratches here, it would have appeared as brand new almost. So I'm going to do a quick internet search and check if this accepts some known power, and I'm actually going to test it to see if it gives out a signal. So I said it has an HDMI and it has a VGA, so I just have to find something to test it with. Yeah, and I googled away, and there is a lot of these monitors, and I'm not sure what to think. A lot of these are looking about the same, but nothing is exactly the same. And some of this is just panels. You do have, like this one. It seems, about to be the same. Hikvision portable monitor. Yeah, this one, for instance, looks quite similar. Let's see what shows up. Here is state USB Type-C, so it's not totally the same, that's for sure. And you have this one. This has a more squarish case, but this is meant for putting in a chassis or something. But it looks, about the same. It's not the same placement on the plugs on the back though, so it's not probably the same. Here is another more squarish looking thing, and this looks to have the same placement on the plugs in the back. It has the HDMI and it also has the speakers and stuff. DC 12 volts, USB. This has not totally the same because the USB was on the other side, but this is the most promising so far. Oh, this is capacitive touch, this is resistive touch, and this is without touchscreen. Yeah, this is the one without touchscreen. But it actually does look that it's possible to fit the exact same card as this one, because there is an extra outtake for this plug here. Look again, but every one of these seems to be powered by 12 volts, and that is positive. Let's see what this is. This is not the same. But this one actually utilizes, and it looks quite rounded on the back. Let's see if there are some more pictures here. It's not totally the same, but it does have the same 75 spacings on the butt. PCAP multi-touch. Yeah, I don't bother anymore to check for data on this. I'm going to try to power this with first 5 volt and then 12 volt. And afterwards I'm going to try to connect this to a computer or something else I have never tested. Yes, this is actually the closest I could find of this monitor, and it's not the same. This has actually the same designation as this one, but we do see here that this has another bottom than this one, and this actually has a much better input because it also seems to have some other inputs, BNC and some other stuff. This could also be a newer version, but I don't think so because this had this new production date. By now at least I'm fairly confident that these monitors run by a 12 volt power supply, and I'm going to test it just with the 12 volt and see what's happened. So, does this work? I'm not so sure, but I'm actually going to test another unit that I never tested. This is an AliExpress purchase from long time ago, and it's a pattern generator for VGA signal generator, and it can generate signals from 640 or 480 and 1024 by 768. And it's also able to display lower rate frequencies. It really doesn't matter because we only need the lowest ones. And I actually never tested this. And as you can see, it can operate from a 9 volt battery or from a USB port that is put this way. So it probably runs on 5 volt, and you have some regulator thingy down here on U1. But I'm going to power this with my bench power supply, and I'm not sure how this will fit. Yeah, it probably will stay quite good, that one, but this I'm not so sure. I test. It's a hook kind of line here. Let's see, you have a switch here on off. Yeah, it does make some picture here. So just put this aside. Wait, is this one that is not making contact? This is, I should have just taken off this lead because this will probably be a nightmare. And this one we agreed to put in 12 volt. And let's do just that. I have to find a plug that fits in here, and I do assume that it's center positive. I have made a lot of these adapters, but as of now I couldn't find a single one. Strange. I wonder if this plug does fit. It seems to. Like so, an adapter good as anything. And if I hook that up here, I can hook up a VGA cable. like so. Well, it does not fit perfectly, but let's just see. And I need some test leads to have 12 volt supply. I have a yellow one here that fits for 12 volts. And I have a black one. I need a clamp on this. Yeah, just this kind of clamp. And now this should have power. And we did have some buttons here. What side was I? This VGA cable was not power. I wonder if this does not fit. I'm going to try with another cable. I just have to see if I find one that is smaller here in the gap. Find another cable. Not sure if it's better, but I'm going to try it anyway. And yeah, I'm going to try the new plug and see how that fares. This one is the 12 volt center positive, and this one is the ground pin. It's connected. Oh, actually I saw something. No signal. It actually come a no signal, and then I'm going to connect this one. I might have to cut the plastic here because this is not going in very well. It actually presses hard against the plastic. So how this is meant to fit, I'm not sure, but we are going to try to see. Worst case, I can take and modify a VGA cable, and this is my pattern generator. I have pattern 1. I don't know what it is, but it seems like just a white. I'm going to turn off the lights here. It will make a very dark recording and maybe some flickering of the lights, but that way you will see the contrast on the screen. Good, I think. Okay. What was I missing now? Did it turn off? It turned on. And okay, here you have some pattern from this pattern generator. I'm not sure about everything. I've never tested this before, so this seems to be just colors. And the color's not very sharp. But this is clearly, and it's stated up here, VGA. I don't know if it's a generator or if it's the screen that does not work properly here. Out of range comes this one. Maybe this display don't like the VGA patterns, because here you can see it doesn't sync very well on this one. And maybe it is the cable. It's only this one 8 that is displaying something useful. This seems to be some white color, but very low contrast on this. If I try to see what I have here, down, up, right, left, okay, enter. There should be some menu system here. USD locked. This is the on off. USD locked. So it's not possible to enter the on screen. I wonder if that is some programmable feature or not. But clearly in some fashion or other this is working. But I'm going to find an old PC and try to connect this and see how that goes. Yes, I'm still here in the dark and I'm going to test this. I ran into some issues with this. It was just displaying right. So I was collecting another garbage found. This is a Wise tin terminal. I'm not sure what's inside. I have never tested it, but let's just do that. These things are almost indestructible, so I do think it works. But let's find out. It's also supplied with 12 volts, so I'm going to connect another one of my bench power supplies. And where is the power on this? Okay, here it is in the front. Here it's a power switch. And you turn green. Let's see what's happened here when we try to turn on this display. Oh, okay, no signal. Okay, I have to plug in the plug first, of course. Oi! Via Eden CPU 1200 MHz, Ethernet device version, VGA, off-screen video RAM. Waiting for network link, USB length, and so on and so on. So it's waiting to boot from the network. But this, I think it's some bad contact with the power still. This is still OS locked, and there is no way of turning the contrast and stuff either, but I clearly can conclude that this actually works. Check cable, no Ethernet link. Of course I could have given in some Ethernet, but the main purpose of this video was to determine if this works or not. And I have not tested the touch overlay, and this requires the totally wrong kind of a USB cable, and I have to make one of those because I don't have one. And if it's the other way around, that this is not USB controller but it's expected to be a host either way, then we do have a problem. I do think it's the power cable here that wiggles, so that is so. Let's try to take this apart and see what's inside. At least we can conclude that it works. So I'm just going to disconnect everything and turn off power here, so anything don't short out. We will visit this Wise thing in another episode, I think. There is no screws here, so it's only fastened with clips. So this could be a challenge to pry open without destroying it, but what the heck? It's already garbage, so how much worse could it be? Let's see what kind of clips we have here. Okay, they are not very deep, but we do require to have some means of bending and putting several in place at once. Yeah, sorry I lost the start here. This is what I normally do when I break up these things. That's I have no idea how I open. I use these spatulas. This is what you call a Japanese spatula, and I actually managed to cut me on that one. This is a more solid classic one. Yeah, so that's how this looks. You have the LCD here and you have the digitizer, probably in the same. Yeah, this probably is the digitizer stuff. I do think it seems like it's connected via USB. And you have the screen controller down here. Let's see how this looks. Like so. Okay, this is taped like so. This is the knobs. There is no speakers, only grill holes, 4 speakers. And a bit too long cable here for the USB connection. Oh, so this is the display controller, ZD2556 V03R00. And this looks very like just a USB connector. You have another one here. Yeah, there is nothing much here. This is probably just the controller. And you have HDMI output, you have analog VGA output, you have the knobs for controlling stuff, and it's glued in place, and all the keys are here. But as you remember, when we tried to do anything, we got that the keys was disabled, and I was hoping to find a button or something in here to enable the keys. There might be some key sequence or something that you can push, or maybe there is a bridge here on the board that you can desolder to be able to see what's going on. I take on some magnifying glasses and have a closer look. There actually are places for a wider connector here, so there might be some more keys that is available. You also have another socket here, probably for another digital output, and you also have a third one over here for this connector. This red glue here, it really looks like jam. There are some resistor bridges that are marked here that probably is for some keying of something. And on the back here, yeah, it's just marked with this is a 30 pin. You can see if there is some bridge thing. Oh, here they actually have, well, they just say then key and stuff, and plus 5 volts. ER in, that is the one that is not connected. So some infrared remote control thingy. There are some test points here. Plus 12 volts control, plus 5 volts, and so on. And they also for this connector here. And this looks like a USB, plus 5 volt ground, and D minus and D plus. But this is not a USB, it's L out, right output. This is actually for speakers, I think, left and right. So this is for connecting speakers, probably for the more upscale model. Yeah, and phone out. This is for a phone output, 3.5-inch jack, and things are soldered here, but it's missing some components here, so it's probably not working. But everything for the speakers are here. This is probably the amplifier circuit. Display controller, voltage regulator down here, crystal for running the controller chip, and this one here, I'm not really sure. I do think it looks like an op-amp, but again, I'm not really sure. Yeah, so that's it. It's working. Is it usable? Probably. I was hoping to find some evidence that this was also usable for composite video or something, but that it clearly is not. I can of course try to feed it with 15 kilohertz to see if it syncs on those frequencies through the VGA, but that I probably can test with my tester here. No, it's not having a 15 kilohertz signal on this, so that I cannot use. No, so that's it for this episode. I will put this back together. It might be nice. I might use it on the bench to test some VGA stuff. So this was just a short video. Hope to see you again in my next one, and thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you wish. I really need to get more video time from you viewers. Thank you.